Hi, this is Chris Slogar from BuckeyeInklings.com, and I have a project for you today that I created for the Creative Blog Hop that I was nominated by Connie Babbert for last week, and I appreciate that nomination. I think that gave me a good opportunity to come up with something that's very doable and hopefully you'll like as much as I like. It uses some of my favorite things, the designer series paper, and the note cards and envelopes that are available already pre-cut and scored, just ready for decorating. So let me show you first. The focus of our video is going to be this gift box, and let me open it up and show you what I have inside real quick. The note cards are Whisper White note cards. They measure 3.5 by 5, and what I've done is decorate them with the designer series paper. This is from the upcoming Occasions catalog, and it's called Painted Blooms, and I used one of my all-time favorite monogram sets. You could use whatever you want to decorate them. You could even do a little flower design or some other embellishment besides a monogram, but mine is from Lovely Letters Alphabet, and I just did my initial and pop that up on dimensionals. So in addition, I guess I should show you, I stamped inside with painted petals. This is a coordinating set with this paper, and I added that to the envelopes as well. You get the note cards, the plain white note cards and envelopes together when you get that pack. So I'm going to set those aside. That's not really the focus of our video, and just show you how to make this cute gift box, because it's made very simply with the envelope punch board, and because it uses our 80-pound heavy cardstock, it's a really nice sturdy box that you can decorate however you like. So let's get started with that. It takes 2 square pieces of cardstock, and I have them already pre-cut. We're going to do the box bottom first. It measures 9 1/8 inch square, and I'll run those dimensions on the screen. What you're going to do is take that and use your envelope punch board to punch and score in 2 places on each side. And for the box bottom, we are going to line the corner up with 4 1/4 and punch and score, and the next measurement we need is 5 7/8, which is actually off the end of the board. So what I'm going to do, I know the difference between 4 1/4 and 5 7/8 is 1 5/8. So I'm going to move this mark that we made, the punch that we made, over to 1 5/8, because I know I want my notches to be that far apart, and I'm going to punch and score there. And then I'm going to rotate to the opposite side and do the same thing. Punch and score 4 1/4, move over 1 5/8, and punch and score again. And then on the opposite side, or the other sides that are untouched, I'm just going to line up the pointer with the crease that I made, punch and score, and line up the next one again with the pointer, punch and score. Turn it around, do the same thing on the opposite side, punch, oops, score, a little too anxious there, punch, score. Okay, and this is essentially what you need to make your box bottom, and I'm going to show you real quick how to assemble that. First thing I'm going to do is burnish all of the score lines, and they'll be very easy to work with then. Okay, and then I take the piece of cardstock, and with the longer side pointing towards me, I'm going to trim to make tabs, and reverse and trim on both sides to make these tabs. And then what I need to do is on each one of these sides, fold up that triangle and fold again on the other score line, forcing a crease in this location where there is none, and then burnish that too. Okay, so I'm doing that on all four sides. I'm folding up the outer, from the outer score line, and forcing another crease on both pieces on the inner score line. And you're going to see pretty quickly how this comes together. Okay, then take whatever sticky strip you like. Find the end here. Okay, and I'm going to put that down on all of these edges that will, the little triangle sections that will come to the bottom of the box, you'll see in a second. And also I need some little pieces on these tabs that will hold the box corners together. Oops, came off on my finger. Okay. Okay, and then starting at, I like to start at the smaller end. I think this makes sense. I am just going to start attaching all of these sticky pieces where they need to go. When I do a corner, I'm going to carefully align, make a nice 90, and stand up the corner. Do the other side now, and again like that, and you can see the box bottom coming together. I made another video using the dimensions for an A2 envelope, which is probably the more common size card we make, but I like to use these note cards a lot too, and so I thought it would be nice to have a box for them as well. And you can see already we have a nice firm box bottom. And what I'm also going to do to make this look a little more finished is take a piece of cardstock, measures 4 by 5 3/8, and cover up the seams that you see in the bottom, just to make it look really finished. Okay, and I'm just going to lay that down in there, and the bottom of the box will look really neat and clean. Okay, and the method for the top is the same. Now, it's not the same dimensions because I like for the top to be bigger and have some space to rattle around so it's easy to come off and on. So let me give you those dimensions, and the method will be the same with the envelope punch board. The top starts from an 8 7/8 inch square, and we are going to punch at 4 3/8 score, and at 5 1/2, which again is off the rule. So the difference is 1 1/8. We're going to move the notch to the 1 1/8 point, punch, score, turn it around 180, and do that again, 4 3/8, punch, score, move over 1 1/8, punch, score, and then on the sides that we haven't touched yet, just line up the pointer with the score line and punch and score at each one. Okay, can set this aside now, and once again, same thing. I'm going to try to go through this quickly. Burnish all of the creases. With the long end pointing towards me, snip to the score line on both sides, and then create that additional fold on each of 4 sides. Okay, and then once again, sticky strip on all the triangular sections. And 4 tabs. Okay, and then we just start removing, and you'll see this come together very quickly. I'll put that down. Make a nice corner. Put this one down. Oh, it's already ready. Oh, did you see what I forgot? I flipped this corner up too fast. Let me see if I can pull this up. This tab should be on the inside here. Make a sharp 90. Put that back. That'll be covered up by our cover piece anyway, so it's alright. Okay, then similar to the bottom, you can add a cover piece if you like. But what I'm going to do is take a length of ribbon, about 24 inches that coordinates, and I'm going to tack that right down inside. Find the midpoint of it. And you'll see. Instead of having this ribbon tie around the box like I did at the beginning of the video, I want to have it more permanent so the user doesn't have to keep untying the ribbon, and they'll have a more permanent bow. So let me just stick down the cover piece over the ribbon like so, and then you can see when you put the box together and decorate the top, you'll be able to wrap this and tie it. I won't go to the step of decorating the top, but that'll give you another idea instead of just wrapping around. So thank you for joining me. I hope this has been interesting to you and something that you'll try. Thanks so much. Have a good day.